Hi, I'm Josephine. This is my channel, The Versatile Housewife, and I'm very frustrated. Excited, but frustrated. So we'll start off with good news. Good news is that tree that I've been complaining about dying, it's a tree that I planted at the burial site of one of the pregnancies I lost. And my goodness. And unfortunately, it got frost cracks and the whole top portion died. It started budding and everything, and then it just died. So I do believe, being on the East Coast and everything, when La Nina came through, where I am, it got really warm, but then it was freezing degrees again. So it kind of messed with that tree in particular. But it does have some buds. Gonna put the overlay coming through on the base of the trunk. I was really losing hope there, and it put me in a big funk because this is the month that would have been the month having the due date. Put me in a big funk, but it's showing signs of life, and as long as there's some signs of life, there's something that I can do to help, and I'm appreciative of that. But the unfortunate news is, if you have followed along at all for any of the crafting stuff I like doing, my crazy quilt is just going to get delayed some more because I'm not putting the funds towards the batting. Because when I do get the batting, I kind of want to get a big reel of it, skein. I'm not entirely sure the word for batting because I'm only just really starting to get into quilting. But I want to get a nice large one with a lot of yardage so that I can do a lot of quilts. I have so much scrap fabric that I was given by my grandmother, or fabric that she just can't get through. And I've got some baby quilts in mind. One of my friends from school, back when I used to go to university, is expecting and excited. I'm excited to do that. But unfortunately, geez, I don't know if you can see it. I was eating some dried pineapple, and pieces of my tooth chip coverings, bonding, broke off. And although it's not the most obvious in the front of my face, behind my teeth, I can feel it. There's like a big hole. I swam into a concrete step when I was 7 while wearing those fins, those diving snorkeling fins, but without any kind of like goggles or snorkel on. And so I kept my eyes closed so the chlorine wouldn't bother my eyes. In-ground concrete pool, teeth hit the steps first as I was swimming quickly. Ouch. And then I had to get them redone at 14. I am now 26 and a half, and that 14 was like the last time I got it done. So one, I think as far as bonding goes, that's not like actual like porcelain or anything like that. It's actually lasted a pretty long time that I do need to get that taken care of. And although, because the teeth have chipped so far that it's like all that living tissue, I still don't know how much insurance will cover. And so just being mindful, because with the crawl space, we're still rebuilding the emergency fund. That's the kind of thing where it's like, to get a big thing that's gonna be over $100, that will have to wait. I have other stuff that I can get to. It's just frustrating. I don't like that kind of thing, and it's an indoor thing that I can do at night easily, whereas now with the whole staining for the triple bunk I'm trying to get done, I have no idea when that's going to get done. I wanted to get it done before my oldest birthday. That has come and gone. It's just sometimes stuff is taking a back burner. I have, however, been able to start working on my plants, and I'm really hoping that they're all okay, the seeds that I have. Because last year I dealt with some issues with when my kids got into the seeds and getting left out in the rain or stepped on, and I tried saving them. I got new seeds, but only time's gonna tell when and if they start sprouting how many are good to go. I did start my garden later this year than I really wanted to for a lot of the plants and starting them indoors, but I'm feeling pretty good. I had a pretty intensive surgery, and now I'm pretty good, so I don't have to rely on like my husband or anything to help me. I'm very particular with how I like things done, and again, crawl space issue with the mold and everything, and now encapsulating it, trying to save money. It's still very labor intensive, which is, I believe, a lot of where like the heavy cost comes from when you have someone else doing it. So he's been spending like all his free time doing that. And then I road trip to go to a wedding, but catching up on the house stuff, kind of mundane, not the most fun, but it's my life, and not everything's going to be fun about this homemaking stuff, and I need to get back on schedule for schooling and not just reading books and doing stuff in chalk is what it is. But I'm going to go outside now